Hello there guys, and welcome back to a chilly morning in Scotland. 12 degrees, although it's above 10. So, in the last episode, we baled that field and sold them all, and that gives us a total of £4,037. So, we're still nowhere near buying a tractor yet, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees to go. So basically that's what we're going to be doing, is getting these trees down so we can sell them, so that we can then do this field ready for peas. And yeah, hopefully, and I want to do it so it goes that way. Hopefully not that way. That way, yeah, I want it to fall into the yard. I don't want it to fall sort of onto the field and onto the brick and into the forest. It's a shame that this axe doesn't have any sound. There we go. Perfect. Please don't hit the truck. Whoops. Ooh, yeah, that's gone straight through the windscreen. Okay, let's, Yeah, I didn't mean for it to hit the truck. That was my bad. That really was my bad. Right, let's chop off all of this stuff, so we can see exactly what we're working with. Yeah, it's a shame this hasn't got any sound. We just go all the way down that side. There we go. Look at that. It's a big long tree. I wish you could just sell this as it is. You'd get loads of money for it. All the way along this side. Just get all the little bits and bobs off that we don't need. There we go. Perfect. Oh, no, not entirely. Can I get you? Can I get you? Where are you? There you are. No. Oh, maybe? Yes. And also I just saw a few little scraggly bits there as well. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Right. This is obviously the heaviest bit, so let's see how big that is. Length is 28.2 meters, and that is still too big to lift. That's 396 kilos. Wow. Yeah, the trunk is always going to be the heaviest part. There we go. 222. I don't think I can lift that, can I? Nope. I'm going to have to chop that down even more. That's a bit annoying. Because I won't get so much money for this. Right, let's try that size. Still think that's going to be too big. Most probably. 210. Can I lift 210? No, I can't lift 210. Okay, chop that in half as well then. Right, if that was 210, let's try there. I still think that's going to be too heavy. Yeah, this is why we need a front loader machine of some kind. How big is that? 136. Oh no, that I can lift. But it's, yeah, there we go. That I can lift, that I can lift. That I can lift, and that I can lift. It's a shame that that's sort of separated in two. There's still a little bit of thing here that I want to get rid of. Why can't I get rid of you? Come here, please. Nope. There we go. Right. How big was that? About yay big? I think there is that mod that allows you to measure the length of things. I think it is available. 149, that's okay. See, we're getting a bit thinner, so we can go a bit bigger. 149. This one is 228. Okay, that one was a bit too big, so we have to go in half again with that one. Yeah, I think there is that mod where you can measure what you've cut. So it might be good, actually, to install that. I don't know if it gives you the weight as well. Maybe it does. 170. Let's try there. What have we got? 160, okay. Maybe here, little, starting to get a bit bigger. The diameter is beginning to thin, so what do we got here? 212. Can I lift 212? No, I can't lift 212, so let's chop that one in half. That's a shame. Slightly too big. There we go. Let's try here. 175, yep, okay. So now we're getting quite thin. 228, okay. Not as thin as I thought then. 83, that's still 800 kilos. Let's try this here. This might be too big actually. 149, nope, okay. 600. So if that's 600, if we just sort of chop this in half, that's 298, and that's 400. So if we chop that one in half as well, if I can find where the half is. Oh, don't want me fishing rod. No, no. Right, so I would say half is about here. How did that do? 175 and 223. Damn it. So the 175 we can lift. But this one we can't. That's... No, I don't want me bloody stupid fishing rod. Here we go. And then this one we'll just chop in half again. 95 and 201. Okay, there we go. And now we should be able to load up. And luckily the trailer is already here. I'll try and do 2 trees on one if I can load it properly. Oh, I can't lift 201? That's strange. I thought you could lift 210. Okay, well. Because these are big, thick trees, so... Again, it does matter about the length. The more length we have, the more money we get. Whoops. $175. It seems odd that that bit was thinner in diameter, yet heavier than that bit. So that was a bit strange. How big is this one? 150? Yeah, I should be able to get 2 trees on here. Just want to try and get as much money as we can. Oh, hello. Hang on. Need to get rid of that. Nope. Because... Yeah, I want to do peas in that field to give us the real big boost of money. At least one go of peas in that field to give us the big boost. Oh, hello. And, oh, bloody fishing rod. And, you know, we're going to need fertilizer. Well, we're going to need a tractor. We're going to need a plow. We're going to need a cultivator. We're going to need a fertilizer. We're going to need a spreader. I mean, I could use the hand tools as well. I might have to use the hand tools. Certainly for harvesting anyway, because there's no way we'll be able to afford a harvester. Most probably. To begin with anyway, for the first year, if not 2 years, we won't be able to afford a harvester. Because the peas, I'm hoping, will fund the bulk of the machinery buy. If that makes kind of sense. But also, you know, I would also like to look at getting chickens as well to start getting some eggs going. It's another source of income. So, yeah, if we can get the best yield possible for the peas, whoopsie daisy, and get as much as we can, because it's what, 3,000? How much is it for peas? Hang on. Not rice, peas. Oh, it's gone down a bit. So in December, it's 1,000. It was a lot more than that. Cotton we're not doing, grapes we're not doing, rice we're not doing. Yeah, but it's still the best price available, it's still over 1,000. Even in April, when it's at its lowest, it's still 900. So there is value there, definitely. So, you know, even if we can store it for a year or so and sell it when it's at its peak price, that would be the best option, obviously. But we just don't have a lot of covered storage, so don't quite know what to do with that. We'll have to figure that out when we get there. Right, last few little bits, and then we'll get on to the next tree. And then we'll go and sell these two and see how much we get for these two. Oops. There we go. But we are going to have to sell all of them. Which is fine because it cleans up the yard. But also there is money in trees. So I was thinking, and I probably am going to plant trees ready for them to be harvested next year, because let's face it, there's not much we can do. We haven't got the machinery, we haven't got the land other than that one field, so we are going to have to rely on trees certainly for income. So after we sold these, I'm probably going to put some trees in to start letting them grow, because obviously they're going to take a little time, and I'm probably going to put oak in because they're the most valuable. I'm going to get the most money for them, being thick, chunky hardwood trees. So that is the plan once we have sold these. Right, let's just move this out of the way so they don't fall on my truck again and damage it even more. Right, let's chop one. Ugh. Keep doing that. Let's chop one of these down. Now again, I want it to fall into the yard. So about there, I reckon. I hope it will fall into the yard. Perfect. And it didn't hit my truck. Right, take all these bits off. Because you get more money if you actually do this and get rid of all of this stuff. So it is worth just doing it. Just to get that extra little bit of money. Especially in a situation where you don't have any money on like a survival series. There we go, look at that. Oh, no, not yet. Don't know if I can get that. Oh, I did. Any more? Yeah, there's another one there. No. Don't think I can get that one, though. Maybe I did. Right, we'll have to see when I can pick it up again. Right, let me get on with cutting this. Right, there we go. All loaded up. Doesn't look very stable, but it is on there to do the best I could. That's the problem with the smaller pieces. And this bit kept rolling off. It's literally being held on by that strap. So, right. Let's go and see how much money we're going to get for all this. I hope a good chunk. I really do. Because then once we sold this, I'm probably going to start planting those oak trees. Because like I said, I need those to grow to be able to sell them next year to generate income as well. Because once the peas are in, other than possibly fertilizing once, we won't have anything to do until they're ready to harvest. So, and then I need to actually check. I think March, I think, is when we can plant them. We're only in September, so I still need to get the field ready. Look at that, we're taking Spruce over Spruce Bridge. I still need to get the field ready. It still needs ploughing, cultivating, ready for the seed in March. So we've still got a little bit of time for that. So, but I would like to get some trees in so at least they're growing ready for next year. And then depending on how much is left... Well, okay, that's because the trailer is way too heavy for the Defender. Because what, one of those trees was 2.2 tons, so there's about 4, 5, possibly 6 tons on here. Or maybe a bit less actually with those, with all the twigs and branches and stuff cut off. Might be a bit less. Maybe 4 tons. 2 trees still though, 4 tons. Ooh, yeah. 4 tons is quite a lot of weight for a Defender. Yeah, it really does push you, the trailer. But we're almost at the sell point, so a few more corners and we should be there. You can see it in the distance. Ooh, I'm all over the gaff. Also, it doesn't help that I haven't got my steering wheel currently installed. So, driving is very jerky with mouse and keyboard. But I had to dismantle my steering wheel for a little while. I will put it back, don't worry. Right. Let's see how much money we can make from 2 big old spruces. Yeah, I thought that'll fall off. Right, you ready? 6,414. So that brings us total to 10,451. Very nice. Yes, we'll have more of that. Definitely more of that. Still, I mean, we could buy a tractor, but we would then have 0 money left to do anything with. So I'm going to head back and we're going to put those trees in. Because I've got that hand planting tree mod. So it's not going to cost us. Actually, we need to go and buy the saplings, don't we? So we need to head to the store. I should have gone the other way, but never mind. So we'll head to the store. We'll pick up the saplings. And then we'll head back. And then we'll plant the trees. Right, back home again. I also need to get rid of the stumps as well. So, let's just unstrap this. Now, I need to remember... Where is the... actual... It's not in selling points, it's not in greenhouses, not in cultivation. Because I can't remember where it is. It's extensions? Nope. It's not constructible. Ah, I think it's in containers. Nope. Tools, here it is. Yes, this has got 2,000. 1,950. Right. Question is, though, where do we put it? I think we should put it over here, out of the way. Whoops. Yeah. Just up against this wall, I think, is fine. Try and get it straight. There we go. So that leaves us with 7,501. Right. We need to pick up our saplings, which is fine. Yoink. There we go. We've got 10 in the bag. And let's go and plant these. Okay, I need to open the door. And get my shovel. There we go. I think I'm probably going to plant them along this edge. Right. Because we need to leave a space anyway. For them, A, to grow, but also I can't cultivate and plough right up to the edge of the wall. We need to leave a little bit of space. So if I just try my best to keep them in a straight line. But we will then have 20 nice oaks to be growing. Which is going to take some time, like I said. There we go. It's number 6. This is number 7. I think if we do 10 on this side and 10 on the other side. Although I don't really want these to fall into the crop. Only once we've harvested the crop. Yeah, that would be quite a disaster for the crop. Right. Let's go and refuel. There we go. Got 10 trees in that side. And we'll do 10 on that side. And then we'll just let them grow. Yoink. There we go. That's that gone. All right, 10 more. Get rid of that. Do one in the corner here. One. I do love hand mods, I have to say. I've always said, as much as it's fun driving tractors and combines and all that kind of stuff, there is so many jobs to do with your hands. You know, it's so much nicer to use the wheelbarrow. And also it makes the gameplay, for me, it makes the gameplay a lot more realistic, you know. Filling up the wheelbarrow with a shovel of wheat to feed the chickens, to me, is a lot more fun than taking a forklift or a telehandler with a big bag and just dropping it over the over the chicken feed trough, having it slightly emptied and then stop emptying. You know, I always try and play realistically as best as I can. Obviously, it is a game, so there are limitations. But I do try and play as realistically as I can. Just because that's how you would do it in real life, you know. And I do think... That's it. I do think that in the future versions of Farming Sim, there needs to be more hand-orientated things. You know, if modders can create mods like this with hand tools, where you simply just doing what we were doing here and being able to use a shovel and stuff like that. I know it's a bit difficult with the whole control of the mouse and the keyboard, so it would kind of need to be scripted, like you would have a pile and then a container, and you sort of have to stand in the middle of them, so it just takes and drops, because using the middle mouse to... let me see if I can show you what I mean. Let me put this away. I think I can pick these up. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Right, there we go. Can I pick these up? I can't pick that up. Can I pick that one up? No, I should be able to pick those up. But using the middle mouse button, I know what I can show you with. I can show you with this. I get rid of this stump. You're not gonna do it for me. Okay, so let's just chop this off. There we go. So yeah, holding the middle mouse to do this is not necessarily very intuitive. That's why I would say it would need to be scripted somehow in such a way, like with the planting of the trees there, that you've actually got the product on you. Right, the other mod I've installed, enough of me yapping, you're probably bored of me, is the Sales Plus mod. So let's have a look and see what we've got. A windrower. Okay, that's still way out of our price range. A crane. 18 grand for a little tractor. 66 for the case. 14, there you go. This is more our price range. Wow, why is that? Because it's, if we put that down to 0, which it doesn't go, so it's actually 16. Actually 16. And what is it currently now? 65 horsepower. Yeah, we don't have enough money for it, but that's the kind of thing we're looking at. 53 for a combine. 182 for the JCB. 12, hello, for this combine. Of course, by the time I have this money, this will be gone. This is the kind of thing we're looking to start with. It's very, very yellow though, isn't it? Rim colour. Design colour. That's a bit better. Chopper plus 1,000. Okay, don't need a caling. Manual discharge, yes, that's free. Don't guess we need the chopper. But yeah, 13,000 is one you to add to some configurations. Yeah, this is a very good mod, this is. Okay, there's nothing there that we can afford, basically. Nothing at all. Right, so... I think that's where we are going to leave it. Or maybe we take one down. Maybe we take another tree down. Should we take one more tree down? Yeah, let's take one more tree down. Why not? I've also got this to get rid of as well. There we go. And this bit also. Ooh, I can see right up my axe. There we go. Right, let's get one more tree down. You're not going to hit my truck, are you? No, you shouldn't do. There we go. That will do. Big tree. Skim it. Although, taking a very bad job of this. Oop. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I missed quite a few chunks on that side. And here, there's probably more as well. Yeah, you can see more falling through the floor. Get this one if we can, just so I can see. Whoopsie daisy. No, don't do that. Come on. Come on, there you go. Right, got it. Right, let's start this side this time. Start with the longer logs first. How much is that? 174. Here we go. Anything on the back of it? Yes. There we go. Right, we should be able to get a few longer ones at the top, definitely. Oh, that one's a bit too long. All right, I have to chop that one in half then. Here we go. Pick that one up. Anything on there? No. Pick that one up. Pick that one up. Anything on there? Yes, there is. Get rid of that. Let's try about there, I would say. Probably still going to be too heavy. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, this one's got a lot of things on it. Twigs and things, branches. Let's try there. Hoping this will be liftable. Yes. And more of those things. There we go. How big, how heavy was that? 138. Okay, so probably this is going to be over 200 now, and I won't be able to lift it. Oh no, 172. This one seems to be lighter than the other ones, which is a bit strange. Now we're getting to the thick trunk part. How big's that? 196. Ooh, just on the limit. Right, now I'm going to do them a bit smaller, because that was 196, so I'm expecting them to be 160. Okay, that's good. How big's that? 182. Yep. And we have a thing. Get rid of that. Ooh. Where did you come from? I thought I got rid of you. Why can I not get rid of you? Okay, we'll cut it and then try. Can we lift that? Yes, we can. Oh, that's got two things on it. There we go. That fishing rod is really annoying me. How heavy was that? 166. I know what happened. The minute I try and make one a bit bigger, it will be too big and I'll have to cut it in half and end up with small discs. So I'd rather keep chunks like that if I can. How heavy was that? 184. Okay. So I reckon about there. Probably going to be the same. Ah, see, now it's too heavy. Now we're getting into the really heavy stuff. Which is, of course, where all the money is. It's a shame I have to chop those into small pieces. So we'll do our little footstool sizes. Hopefully that will be liftable. 150. Hopefully this will be the same. 170. $240. Typical. That one was a bit too much. Chop this in half. I'm probably going to have to chop that in half again, I should think. Yeah, 369. 200. Ooh, no, I got away with it. Yes, look at that. I did it. Right, let's load this up and go and sell this one then. And then that leaves us with 1, 2. That's all that's left in terms of trees is 2. As much as I love this Defender, I think I may need to look for an alternative. Because it keeps just doing that flicking thing, which causes me to crash into bushes, which is really annoying. Right. Last little bit to sell. Or no, not last little bit, but this bit. Let's see how much we get. 3,220, so we're back up to 10,000 again. Nice. Right, so that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, ring that little notification bell so you get notified when my videos go live. And yeah, I'm going to head home and we'll pick it up from there. Bye for now.